All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Miss Natalie Sears, and I am the Kenowa Band Director, and I am so happy to welcome you to our very first 5th grade band concert. This is our 5th grade band in front of you. Yes, thank you. That's a skill we learn about clapping for each other when we're playing in class. But anyways, like I said, my name is Miss Natalie Sears, and I'm the Kenowa Band Director, and I'm joined by my co-teacher, Mr. William Blythe. He teaches 5th grade band with us at Kenowa, and he is also the Chippewa 7th and 8th grade band director. So our performance this evening, we are going to take you through what we have been doing since August. So we're going to kind of show you the progression from when the students weren't even quite sure what instrument they were going to play until now we are into December, and they have been working hard and learning lots. So I'm going to kind of be doing a lot more talking than I usually would at a concert, since this is our first one, and I'm going to be doing lots of explanations of this is what we worked on, this is the skill, and then this is how it puts back into context. So it's going to be kind of a lot of me explaining in between things tonight, just to give you a picture of what we have been doing in class every day since the start of the school year. So the first thing that we did when all of the students had decided upon their instruments, and we had our instruments and got this, we had to learn how to form our embouchure, and to how, which is for all of the students that are sitting, and then for the percussionists that are standing in the back, how they grip their mallets and how they do all of that. And then we played on just a portion of our instrument before we learned how to put it all together. So some instruments, it's their mouthpiece, some it's a head joint, some mouthpiece and barrel, just one note. And so we're going to kind of demonstrate for you the first thing that we did, which is a big foundation of how then they sound on their instrument when we put it all together. So the brass players buzz on a mouthpiece in order to have their sound come, and we have two different categories of that. So the trumpets are going to demonstrate first, and the trumpets are going to buzz on their mouthpiece. And the trombones and the euphoniums also buzz on their mouthpiece, but it's a little bit lower sounding, and it sounds like this. Very good. Then over here we have our flute section, and the flutes play on a portion of their instrument called the head joint, and it sounds like this. And our clarinets over here, they play on their mouthpiece and barrel, and this is one that I tell them it's an important sound that we learn how to make, and I am also very happy that this is not what their instrument actually sounds like. I always make sure the band room door is closed when we practice that in class. And then we have the percussionists in the back, and they were learning how to hold their mallets correctly, how to make a good bouncing stroke on their instruments, and it sounded like this. Then after we learned how to make the first fundamental sounds on a portion of our instruments, then we learned how to put our instruments together, how we hold them, what the angle of them is, all of the components that is put into how are we holding our instruments and how do we then make a sound. So then we knew how to hold our instruments, and we were kind of making sounds. And this one you may have heard at home also, but then it kind of just ended up sounding like this. And thankfully that part was short-lived, and then we went on to learn what the notes on the staff were, how we play them on our instrument, and then also incorporating the rhythms that we know, what is the length, what is the value of the notes that we are playing, how do the rests incorporate into it, are we reading our music on the staff in our band books while also playing our instrument and putting all of that together. So now we're gonna dive into our first official exercise piece of music that we played in our book, which goes through several notes and doing whole notes and whole rests, so working on sustaining longer sounds and counting through rests together. So we're gonna play our first 5-note exercise for you. Thank you. So then, those 5 notes, those 5 notes that you just heard are the 5 notes that we are working on a lot. They're kind of the basis of the beginning of a very important scale that we play in band always. So everything that we do currently is kind of centered around those 5 notes. Very soon we will be learning another note, and then a few more after that, but for now we're kind of hanging out with those first 5 notes. So after we learned the skills that you're hearing with that, with the whole notes and the rests, and knowing when to change to the next note and giving ourselves time to change, now we kind of got to the point where they don't need time in between to switch what their fingers are doing or where their slide is or where they are on the instrument, and then we can just play a 5-note scale. So this next thing that we're going to play for you is just our 5-note scale. We do it in a couple of different ways in class. So we're going to just demonstrate for you how we say it together and then how we play it together, and it's become one that we do each day in class. The students have had a playing assessment on it, and it's just kind of part of our warm-up routine at this point. Thank you. So then, Lots of those things we continue to incorporate in everything we do in band class every day, but then we finally were able to dive into reading real songs and some of the skills that were in the band book to help us learn how to read notes. They kind of took that away, and so we were just looking at music as all musicians look at music and learning how to change notes in different orders and learning just kind of roadmap skills of repeat signs and how we do all of that. So this next piece kind of demonstrates one of the first real songs that we learned in our book. And for these next couple, I'm going to bring up my co-teacher, Mr. Blythe, to lead the band. So we are very fortunate in Okemos that in 5th grade band, Mr. Blythe is able to come over and team teach with me every day, and it really helps with giving the students good individualized instruction. We are able to split classes up quite a bit so that I can be working with half of them and Mr. Blythe can be working with the other half, and it really allows us to progress more quickly, especially in the beginning first year of band by having 2 teachers. So we are really, really thankful that we're able to have that with our schedule, that Mr. Blythe comes over to Kenowa for all 3 of the 5th grade band class hours. So he's going to lead us into the next couple of ones. This next tune you might recognize. Go Tell Aunt Rhody. We do not meet as all 130 of us every single day. We have 3 different band classes of 5th grade bands. We have 3 class hours, and then we rehearsed together once last week on Monday, which feels like a long time ago because we had our Thanksgiving break in between that time. So we have rehearsed once together as a full band before performing for you this evening. But we work on all of the same skills in every class, so we're going to feature each class hour on this next piece so that you can kind of look to see which class hour your student is and kind of what the instrument makeup is in their class. So if you are in 2nd hour band, can you please raise your hand? Okay, now some of the students can stand up and play, some can't, and some are already standing. So 2nd hour, if you can stand, please stand. And we're going to feature the 2nd hour class now. In 3rd hour band, please raise your hand. Okay, and again, if you are able, 3rd hour band students, stand on up for your feature song. please raise your hand. Okay, stand if you can, fifth hour. So we just featured each class hour, and we've got all instrument groups in all class hours. And now this next piece that we're going to play for you kind of features each instrument section. So we have 3 categories of instrument groups in band. We have woodwind instruments, which is flutes and clarinets currently. We have brass instruments, which is trumpets, trombones, and euphoniums. And then we have percussion, which are the students standing in the back. So those are the 3 categories of instruments in band. And so this next piece is going to feature each instrument group at different times. So the next piece that we're going to play for you, Lightly Row, this might again be one that you recognize. We're going to have Mr. Blythe come on back up for this one. And this one is the longest piece that the students know so far. It's 16 measures long and it's 2 lines in the book. So with this one, we were working on compounding skills of how we change notes when the notes are not next to each other in our scale, or when we have to skip and we have to jump, and also having the stamina with our air support and just with our focus level to be playing a 16 measure piece of music, which then sets us up for success for longer pieces later. So that's kind of what our focus was with this next one. There are a few people and groups of people that I would like to thank before we play this next piece of music for you. First, my co-teacher that I've been speaking about, Mr. Blythe. It's wonderful to be able to teach with him every day. And also our high school band director, Mr. Mark Stice, and all of the work that the 3 of us get to do together. It's great to be on a wonderfully collaborative band department team with the 3 of us, and so it's a joy to be able to work together. We have an incredible auditorium technician, Mr. Lucas Lalonde, who makes so many things in our district happen, and we are so very thankful for all of the work that he pours into our fine arts department. We also have our digital media specialist, Mr. Nathan Brown, who does an incredible amount of things for our district, but for us in the Fine Arts Department, we are very thankful that he records and live streams all of our performances so that you have family and friends from afar who can watch, or we can go back and watch it in class and kind of learn from as we are watching. But we are very thankful for both of those two gentlemen. If you could give them a round of applause, please. And just a couple more thank yous. First, families, thank you to you for your support in your child in this new adventure. I'm sure that there has been a myriad of sounds coming from wherever they are practicing, and as we are refining our skills and just learning more about band, thank you for your support with them with making music. It is because of you and your encouragement and your willingness to tell them, yeah, let's give it a try, let's do this, that then we get to do this every single day, and we get to have a blast together, and we get to learn how to make really, really great music together. And so thank you, families, for your support, and keep supporting them, keep encouraging them, let them practice for as long as they want to, have them put on mini concerts for you at home, we cannot do this without the familial support and with the friend and family support. So thank you, families, for your support of your child in the arts. We appreciate that so much. And then lastly, before we play our final piece for you, we have a wonderful administrative department at Kenowa. Our principal, Mr. Steve Sterling, and our assistant principal, Ms. Sarah Rowland. Ms. Sarah Rowland is here tonight. They are wonderful administrators. They are incredibly supportive of everything we do. They work hard for us. They help us. They listen to us. They are wonderful principals and assistant principals for all of the students and all of the teachers and all of the staff in our building. And I feel very, very fortunate to work at Kenowa with such amazing principals. So if we can give them a round of applause, please. And then just one piece of quick housekeeping before we play for you. After our final piece, I'm going to ask that all of you stay in this space. The students will head back to their respective rooms to get their cases, but we cannot have all of us in the music wing at the same time. So families, if you wouldn't mind just kind of hanging out in here, your student will go get all of their stuff, and then they will come back in here to find you to head home. Thank you again so much for being here tonight, and I hope you enjoy this final piece that you will definitely recognize.